Hi, Olumide. How are you doing today?
I'm all right. I'm fine, thank you very much. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Have you been doing this all day? Interviewing everybody?
Yes, I have.
Love it. Interesting.
So, what has the experience been like so far at Pitch to Win?
I think it's been good. The quality of the pitches were excellent. Some of them were very interesting companies. Well, a lot of them were very interesting companies. Maybe all of them were very interesting companies. Some of them I thought that the judges could have asked maybe one or two further questions just to sort of probe some of the things that they said they were doing. But other than that, it was brilliant. The pitching companies, the founders were brilliant. Companies are solving remarkable problems. So yeah, I think that was a good day altogether. So
all right, great. So any particular companies you'd like to highlight from the 15 finalists?
Companies, API Century.
Okay.
I thought that they had a good pitch, and strategy of leveraging partnerships for distribution was okay. I mean, they would have to learn how to make deals, because B2B is typically all about how to make deals and how to convince these bigger companies that they deserve to be in partnership with them. Also, Full Gap. I thought Full Gap also had a good business. The pitch was also very good. They have a very solid product that's solving some problems for some people who are confused about how to go about some of these things, especially for like record keeping purposes and tax purposes and all of these things. To have all your data and all your transactions and everything in one place, so that you're able to figure out all of these things at some point when you need to do them, it's always a fantastic idea. The other company would be Register. Yeah, I thought the lady was very
energetic
and vivacious in her presentation. Is vivacious a word?
You tell me.
Well, energetic is fair.
Okay. So lovely chat you had with Adia earlier on stage, and you from your profile mentioned that you happen to be an accidental founder.
I am.
And your company Quickbus has just been recently acquired by Bluepars. So what advice would you give to founders? Like, we're in an ecosystem where you see a lot of founders wanting to hold, so tight and dearly to, it's my company, it's my idea, I cannot let go. Like, what advice do you have for founders who are coming after, to say to them, like, if someone comes to you, if a company walks up to you for acquisition, what's the best route? Are you going to advise them to hold on to their company, or would you?
It depends. It depends on what they're trying to do. I think that key is the first thing has to be that there's a lot of value in your company. That's why somebody else is asking about whether to acquire them. So maybe it's your tech, maybe it's the people, maybe it's the distribution that you offer, maybe it is the contracts that you have with your vendors or suppliers or partners, whatever. It means there's value. So that's already a good place to start, right? But whether or not a founder or a group of founders should sell depends on what they're trying to do. If you think that you can cede control and take some money and go do something else, or continue in the company and cede control so that now all your overhead is being handled by somebody else. And there's a lot of negatives, a lot of positives, and what might be considered negatives. So it depends on the founders and what they set out to do, right? In some cases, you are just like, I've been struggling with overhead, I'm struggling with this and that for a while. It's okay for it to be somebody else's problem, and then put some money in my pocket while I still continue to work for them. That's great. On the other hand, you can think, okay, we can make this company much bigger than what it currently is, and you have the hope and you have the drive to execute that. But again, it could go anywhere. A lot of acquisitions have not gone through and been regrets, and a lot of acquisitions have gone through and have been, I wish that we could have gotten better. I wish we didn't sell, right? I think in 2008 or 9 or so, Yahoo wanted to buy Facebook for $1 billion and they didn't sell, and Facebook has now become the behemoth company that it is today. So it always depends on the founders and the attitude that they have to what they are doing and sometimes founders are just tired. You just want to go and do something else, and so you think, let me just let this thing go and try my hands at something else, right? So depends on the personalities of the founders, depends on what they're looking for. It depends on what they consider as achievements. So it's not very cut and dried, but yeah.
All right, great. So how does it feel being that co-founder who their company was recently?
I'm an accidental co-founder.
Okay, accidental co-founder. What's
I
the
was a
feeling?
co-founder
right
against
now?
my wishes,
Okay.
or against my deliberate machinations, and doesn't feel anyhow really. It just
Feels like a
another
normal
thing.
day, like common, like money in the bank.
I mean, that money in the back thing is very overrated. But
Very
yeah.
overrated. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, so lastly,
Okay.
what trends would you like to see in the startup landscape in Nigeria?
People who are building more businesses than playing the valuation game. I think that's one thing and it's starting to happen. That's one thing that needs to happen within our ecosystem. That will give it the prestige that it once had in years past. People who are more focused on revenue and profitability and bottom line than just playing the valuation game. And part of that is focusing on the right metrics, like Adia was saying on stage, focusing on the right metrics, focusing on the right culture, focusing on the right ways to build their teams and to structure their businesses to make sure that they are constantly thinking about revenue and that they get to the point quickly where the business can take care of its own expenses and make some money, make some profit. I think that's one thing that needs to happen in our ecosystem. I think that when we have that, when we have a lot of businesses, there's a density of businesses who are at that point, there's going to be a lot of help that will come in terms of like fundraising and in terms of all the other things that help you to continue to grow. So yeah, I think that that's one thing that I look forward to, or that everyone also within the ecosystem looks forward to as a logical next level.
Great. Thank you so very much for your time. It's been amazing chatting with you this afternoon.
Anytime.
All right.